So this video today is going to be about Halloween Horror Nights. Unfortunately, since all the details haven't been released yet, I am going to just be talking about last year's and giving you all my tips and advice based on Halloween Horror Nights 25. And I'll probably release another video explaining all the houses and all the scare zones once it's been announced. So here we go. So the first thing that I'm going to talk about is different types of tickets. There's a few different ticket options you can go down. This year we opted for the frequent Fear Pass Plus, which pretty much means we can get into Halloween Horror Nights on any night. So we'll probably go a few times across the few weeks. So first off, I'm just going to tell you about the different types of tickets. If you already have Universal Studios tickets, you can just buy the add-on for Halloween Horror Nights, and the prices range from $49.99 plus tax all the way to $76.99 plus tax. And I'm assuming this is going on what date and actual day you go on, because I think it's more expensive on the weekends. So I would maybe double check your prices, but once I go through the tickets, then you can do your own research and find out about the prices, because these prices I've got here I think maybe off last year, so I don't know if they'll be changing for this year. If you don't have Universal Studios tickets, you can just buy one-off Halloween Horror Night tickets, which is going to be more expensive. You can buy tickets at the gate, but I highly recommend that you pre-purchase your tickets, simply because it has often sold out at the gate. It was our first time going to Halloween Horror Nights last year, and I couldn't believe how busy it got. It was just crazy. It was almost, if not fuller than a normal day at the theme park. So if you are planning on going, 100% buy your ticket before you actually get to the gate. Also, one of the next ticket options that I'm going to be telling you about as well will also benefit you, skipping the gate queues as well. So we'll have a look at that next. So the next ticket add-on you can get is a Rush of Fear Pass, and that gets you admission to Halloween Horror Nights on all nights during the first 10 nights. The price I've got here is $83.99 per person plus tax. Again, I don't know if that's last year's prices or this year's prices, but basically it gets you in on September the 18th, 19th, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, and October the 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 4th. So that is the Rush of Fear Pass. The next one is the Frequent Fear Pass, and that's $94.99 per person plus tax, dollars of course. And that gets you in every Wednesday through Thursday, also Sunday night, as well as the event's first weekend. So I'm not going to tell you all the dates there, because you can work it out from the times that I've told you there. The next pass is the one that we have, which is the Frequent Fear Plus, which means we can get in on every single night for up to the 24 nights which it's on. And there's no blackout dates, so it means you can go on the weekend, because if you've just got the normal Frequent Fear Pass, you can't use it on, I think it's a Saturday, or it might be a Sunday as well, which you can't get it on. And there's also some tours as well, which I'm going to go into in more detail next. So that's your main prices. The ticket we got last year, we actually bought from the hotel, and that was a Stay and Scream ticket. So what that means is, if you're in the theme park, Universal Studios, before a certain time, you get to stay in the park whilst they're setting up for Halloween Horror Nights, and you basically go to a holding pen, well not like a pen, but a holding area. There's a couple of areas across the park. The only ones I know of are the Irish bar and also the Simpsons area. You can get a drink and some food and a beer whilst you're waiting, and you also get into Halloween Horror Nights a little bit early before they open the gate to the general admission tickets, which was great because we got 5 houses done before it had even opened to anywhere else. So that means we could just relax. We only had a couple of houses which we had to queue for, which was The Walking Dead, and it just meant we could enjoy, have a walk around, have a couple of beers, some food. Also we enjoyed the scare zones a lot more. Also, whilst everybody was queuing for the houses, we got to see the side shows, Bill and Ted's, and the Jack the Clown show as well. So it might be worth you looking at that ticket if you're only planning on going for one night. Another add-on to your Halloween Horror Night tickets is an Express Pass. Now the Express Pass works a little bit differently to the normal tickets, because you can only use it for one house per night. So if you wanted to go, say for Walking Dead for example, if you wanted to go to that house, you could use your Express Pass, but you couldn't use another Express Pass for The Walking Dead. They are quite pricey. I think if you get the Stay and Scream ticket, it might work out a little bit more beneficial than paying the extra for the Express Pass. Do your research, have a little read and find out which one's going to be more for you. We never had to use the express passes. I did find them a little bit pricey, but there is a lot of people who highly recommend them simply because you get to skip all the lines, because the houses do get quite a lot busy. We waited over an hour for The Walking Dead and it absolutely lashed down with rain, so it might have been worth using an express pass there, but we hadn't had them, so that might be another thought for you. Now there's 3 different tours that you can do with Halloween Horror Nights, and the first one is the RIP tour. Basically you get into the RIP lounge with a cash bar, VIP entry to all the houses, you get reserved seating at Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, you get VIP access to select park attractions, you get valet parking. It does last between 2 and 4 hours, it says here, so that is $139.99 per person plus tax. So that's it for the first one. So the next one is the private RIP tour. This is basically the same as the RIP tour for but except it's a private group for up to 10 people. It is quite pricey. Prices begin at $1,389 per the group plus tax plus event admission as well. So that is quite pricey, I think, for what you really get. You do get everything that I said in the RIP tour, but it says here you get complimentary coffee and bottled water after the tour, complimentary Photo Connect Star Card package as well. As I say, you get all the entry to the houses, reserved seating at Bill and Ted, access to select park attractions as well. And the next one is the Unmasking of the Horror tour. Basically that you get to go into all the houses with the lights on, basically. You get a guided walking tour through 3 houses in the morning or the afternoon for 2 hours. I make it a combo tour. That starts at $109.99 per person. Again, please don't hold me on these prices. I don't know if these are last year's or New Year's. This year's even. I will update you as soon as I know. I am keeping a track and following certain pages on Twitter for more information, so I can get that out to you as soon as it's been released. So as I said in the beginning of the video, this is based going off last year because these are the facts that I know. Maybe, like I said, once all the details have been announced and I've got enough time before I actually go to Florida, I will record another video with the 2016 Halloween Horror Nights preview on what I think of the houses, what I'm looking forward to, what I'm not looking forward to. So that's it now for the tickets and pricing. I'm going to go explain about the things that you can do inside Halloween Horror Nights. Again, it's based on last year. This is just a rough guide, as I've had a few people ask me what you can do at Halloween Horror Nights, what it's like for young people, what it's like for people who don't particularly like being scared. So let's have a look at that. So first of all, in this part of the video, I'm going to tell you about all the dining, food and drink that you can do whilst on Halloween Horror Nights. The first one is Universal Studios Classic Monsters Cafe, which is open during HHN. You've got Finnegan's Bar and Grill, Ben & Jerry's, Starbucks, Louis Italian Restaurant, Richter's Burger Company, sorry. You've got the Fast Food Boulevard and the Mel's Drive-In, which is called Mel's Die-In, when Halloween Horror Nights is on. And there's also scattered all across the park food and cold beverages. I preferred them over the actual dining restaurants because they had like different like hand food that you could just walk about with. Also there's carts with beer as well, water, that sort of thing. We didn't really, I don't think we ate last year, but the carts did look much nicer than sitting in a restaurant. There's also a dining experience you can do, which I believe is around $50 per person, which is a scare actor interaction. There is videos as well on other YouTube channels which do show you the scare actor dining experience. It does look quite good, but my girlfriend Becca won't do it, so I'll never get to experience that. But there's plenty of scare actors in the park which you can interact with as well. So next I'm going to tell you what park attractions are open during Universal Halloween Horror Nights. So let's have a look at that. So again, this might change for 2016, but the rides that were open in 2015 were Hollywood Rip Ride Rocket. We've got Transformers 3D, Revenge of the Mummy, Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts, Men in Black and The Simpsons Ride. I think last year we rode Gringotts, The Simpsons Ride, Men in Black and Transformers. There was virtually no queues. I don't think I've seen a queue time longer than 10 minutes, but pretty much every single ride was a walk on, and I enjoyed every single ride 10 times better than the dark. I know they were mainly inside, but it just added to the experience of it being in the dark. It was so different, because every time obviously we're at Universal, it's sunny, it's bright, we'd never really experience it at night time, so it was great to see it. Also, Diagon Alley at night time is absolutely amazing, so I'd recommend spending a little bit of your time in there as well. I love Diagon Alley, but it's too packed during the day for us to fully enjoy it. When we went to Halloween Horror Nights at night time, I enjoyed it 100 times better because it was empty. It wasn't empty, but there was a lot less people there, so I could have a look around. I could go in all the shops without like bumping off people. So that's just another little tip if you're not into like all the mazes, because Becca didn't go into any mazes. She just did the scare zones and went on the attractions, and that was enough for her, and she still had a good night. So if there's somebody in your party who doesn't like the mazes and doesn't like the thought of being scared, there's still other things. Now last year there was 9 houses, which was amazing. It was the 25th anniversary also, so I've got my 25th anniversary Halloween Horror Nights t-shirt on. So I'm going to tell you about the houses. They may not be there this year. I'm assuming there already is to announce. Texas Chainsaw Massacre and The Exorcist have been announced for this year. I'm going to explain about last year's houses, just in case they are there, and also if you've never been to Halloween Horror Nights before, you can sort of get to know what it's all about. So the first one was 25 years of Monsters and Mayhem, and that was all the past icons from the Halloween Horror Nights in the last 25 years. The second one was An American Werewolf in London. We never actually got to go on that one, which is a shame, because one of our friends who we were in Orlando with really wanted to, but the night was coming to an end, so we had to go. The next one was Freddy vs. Jason. Now that was the first ever maze that I had done, and I was shocked by how much detail and how much special effects go into it. It was absolutely amazing. I've never been so scared in my life. And it was absolutely great. I just got a right buzz after it, and I couldn't wait to go into the next houses. So the next one was the Body Collectors. This was a really weird one. It was Shady Brook Asylum, so it was like an insane asylum. Really strange house with loads of like psycho patients running around and whatnot. There's also sort of Scare Zone as well, that was sort of based on that. The next one was Run, which was based on like a TV show, sort of like the Hunger Games sort of thing, where the contestants are stalked and killed by assassins. That was a really good house as well. Wasn't one of the scariest, but it was one of the freakiest, if that makes sense. The next one was Insidious. Again, we never got to go into that one. I was spooked out by the thought of the film, so I wasn't actually fussed on missing that one at all. Then we went on to The Purge. If you've seen the Purge films, you know what it's all about. That was another great house. One of the best ones was The Walking Dead. And this has been at Halloween Horror Nights for quite a while now. And it was basically from the last series, which was Terminus. So you get to go through the food bank basement, and you get to go into the churchyard, and there's walkers, zombies walking around trying to get you. The special effects in that one are absolutely amazing. And then the next one was Asylum in Wonderland 3D, which was the 3D house, looking into the eyes of Alice's mind through 3D, which is a really, really freaky house. So that's it for the houses. If you want to have a look at them, I would suggest just googling the names. I've told you the exact names of what is written because I've got my park map in front of us from last year. Google them. There is footage from inside the houses, although you're not meant to record inside the houses, because I did get wrong last year. There is videos online if you want to have a look and see how good or bad you think the houses are. So now I'm going to go on to the scare zones, again based on last year. I have got my park map in front of us here. The first one was Scary Tales Scream Punk, and it was classic fairy tale characters get a sinister, scary twist. Which was really good because they had like Little Red Riding Hood, they had like a knight, princes, princesses, all that sort of thing. There was Snow White, but they were all evil. It was a really good scare zone. I have got footage of it, but it was recorded on my iPhone, so the quality was really bad. So I'm hoping to get quite good footage on the Canon this year in all the scare zones. Also, I'll be taking the GoPro as well, and I'll probably strap that to my chest so that I can record all around the scare zones. The next one was Psychotherapy Unleashed. The criminally insane inmates of Shady Brook Asylum have escaped. So basically, all the patients have escaped and all running riot round. As you can imagine, with it being an insane asylum, some of them were actually quite funny to watch. There was this one guy who I've just tweeted to Halloween Horror Nights the other day, sorry, because they were holding the auditions. This guy needs to return. He's so funny. He was miming, walking his dog, making his dinner, he was driving his car, he was watering the plants, cutting the grass, and he was just like in his own little world as if he was really doing it. So that was great as well. The next one's All Night Dying double feature. This had Grisly Murderers doing a double feature, Lights, Camera, Carnage as a theatre nicknamed Dying by the locals. That was great as well. I can't really remember too much about it, but I think they had like people from all the different movies, horror movies and stuff dotted about around that one. Probably the scariest scare zone was the next one, which is Evil Roots. Your darkest fears will take root amidst the perilous paths of Central Park as you face evil fairies, humanoid bats, scarecrows and more horrors. The friends who we went with, he never gets scared at anything, which I was shocked by because I spent my full night being scared. He just laughed at everything. So when we're walking through Evil Roots, it's all filled with fog, so you literally can't see like your hand in front of your face. And we're just walking along, and there was a guy camouflaged as like a tree, and all of a sudden he just moved and started chasing him, and that was a highlight of my night because he made him scared. I wish I'd got that on video, so that was great. The ears like twisted fairies on stilts walking around and stuff. It was just great. The effort that they put into it's unreal. And the next one was Icons of Halloween Horror Nights, and it was all the characters from the past Horror Night events. So you had the caretaker, the storyteller, the director, the usher, excuse me, and they all did little shows that you could stand and watch as well, which was great. The next part is there was 2 shows last year. I'm assuming this first one, which was Bill and Ted's Excellent Halloween Adventure, I'm assuming that will return this year because it's been on every year that I've been to Orlando. And I didn't think much of it when I was queuing for it. I thought it might be not funny. It was one of the funniest shows I've ever seen in my life. Highly recommend that you get a seat for that because it was great. The next show, which was the Carnage Returns, and it was Jack the Clown, which is Halloween Horror Nights' original icon. He returned for a great show, however it got rained off the night we were there, and with only having the 1 night ticket we couldn't go back to see it. Hence, since we've got the frequent flyer pass this year, if there is a show that we do miss, we can just go back for that 1 show, and that's basically it. So just before I go, the map has actually got some survival tips which I thought I would read out to you. So the first one is, just keep telling yourself it's only a nightmare. The next one, the evening's first and last performances of Bill and Ted's are least crowded. It's recommended to arrive 30 minutes before the show, so I suppose that tip could help you this year, so it sort of applies to any show. Come early and stay late. Wait times are always longer during the middle of the event. Hit the shows first, then the original content houses, then the movie TV themed houses towards the end of the night. Hop onto your favourite ride. Wait times and for rides and attractions are normally much shorter, which I've already mentioned. Check out your first aid locations because, as I say, the park is dark and a lot of it is filled with fog, so vision is slightly impaired. And don't miss the event's scare actors, they know where you live. So that's it for my Halloween Horror Night guide. As I say, I will be doing another one when I get all the details for Halloween Horror Nights 2016. If you did enjoy the video, please give us a thumbs up and please subscribe for more videos like that. Thanks for watching, stay tuned.